UK and Israel agree to stop Iran developing nuclear weapons. Departing British PM Boris Johnson spoke with Yair Lapid after his appointment as Israeli leader this month. Iran must not be allowed to acquire nuclear weapons, British Prime Minister Boris Johnson and new Israeli leader Yair Lapid said in a call on Tuesday. And Britain is encouraging Tehran to return to the deal that put limits on its nuclear program as soon as possible. Mr Lapid and Mr Johnson discussed the partnership between the two countries and agreed that negotiations over a free trade agreement would take cooperation between the states to new heights. The pair touched on Mr Johnson's imminent departure as Prime Minister, with the British leader assuring Mr Lapid that the UK-Israel relationship would continue to be of huge importance to his successor. Ukraine was also on the agenda during the call, and the leaders underscored their support for the Ukrainian people, with Mr Johnson welcoming Israel's humanitarian efforts towards the country. He also stressed the need for all nations to continue to put pressure on Russian President Vladimir Putin's regime, including through sanctions. Also on Tuesday, EU Foreign Policy Chief Josep Borrell said he had submitted a draft text of a deal on Iran's nuclear program, urging parties to accept it or risk a dangerous nuclear crisis. Iran warned on Monday that it would not be rushed into a quick deal, reviving its faltering 2015 nuclear accord with world powers, as negotiations in Vienna remain deadlocked. This text represents the best possible deal that I, as facilitator of the negotiations, see as feasible, Mr. Borrell wrote in the Financial Times. It is not a perfect agreement, but it addresses all essential elements and includes hard-won compromises by all sides. Iran's chief nuclear negotiator Ali Bagheri wrote on Twitter on Tuesday, the coordinator has shared his ideas to conclude the negotiations. We, too, have our own ideas, both in substance and form, to conclude the negotiations which would be shared.